Okay, hello you guys. I've got a little bit new energy, which I cannot hide anymore. And I couldn't show up for about a month. The shift is getting crazy. Right, I have to go a little bit more like coast up on this one. It's crazy. I mean, ascension in a full blown. I hope you're enjoying the ride. We are in a space at the moment of redefining ourselves. Completely new. Chosen ones were pulled away completely, and I mean like a big way. A lot of the communities we established so far are not going with us, and there is this like a period of like, I don't know how you call it, reconciliation. I heard this from another person. It's a really good word to use right now. I have a couple of messages that I got various ways. I am having a heightened awareness. You might be having it too. This is like a new thing. A heightened sense of awareness, really deep, that you can see beyond what's playing out. That's usually chosen ones have this ability. That's how you know you're chosen one. Chosen ones were being pulled into the silent mode, and that includes Teal Swan, for example. She'll be redefining herself too, which is a big leader, in a spiritual field. A lot of the spiritual leaders and New Age community and all the YouTubers are gonna be now challenged. Now we're gonna be really seeing who is where he says he is. Chosen ones are usually going through like hardship. It's a hardcore. You have to lose everything. There is no other way. Every single ascended master, everybody who ascended, went through the period of absolute brokenness. That includes financial losses, like nobody else had those losses. You lost everything. Like, for example, at the moment, I do not owe anything. I don't have a car. I don't have a house. I don't have a job. I'm nowhere registered. Okay, I have a bank account. It's crazy how you're gonna get stripped off to be completely relying on divine provision. It's crazy. You have to completely exist in the unknown. This pull this year, this March, for everyone is massive. It's huge. It's a big shift. What we're going through. We are being asked to shut the door on 3D. It's a big one. Including the mindset. You cannot go to the new frequency with the old mindset. That means you have to learn how to manifest as well. You'll be tested. You'll be tested on the law. So all the chosen ones were being pulled into the silent mode to receive the know-how and learn the law in a depth, change of environments. You have to do it alone, completely alone. You're not taking anyone with you. All the chosen one have to jump first alone. That includes kids, by the way. It's a tough one. I can tell you, no fun. There is always a long period of separation. When you get your throne, You go to the wilderness. It's even in the scripture, in the Bible, right? When the God called the chosen ones, they have to go on their own. It's interesting what's happening in the world. I've been offline because I have massive interferences, and I wanted to as well give you a couple of these messages what I got. We are looking on who gave you the poppies. That's what was the message. Where did you fall asleep? And who gave you those distractions or the addictions? How you are being pulled back to the 3D. What is it? You know? Food, other distractions. Food, smoking, drugs, alcohol, sex. That's gonna be like, one of the biggest, strongest pulls. Money. Every chosen one is gonna be challenged on God or money. I passed the test, but it's a tough one. It's a super tough one. Otherwise, you are not gonna get the know-how. You'll be challenged. About like 2 years ago, maybe, year and a half, 2 years ago, we made some moves, and that was when the entities were preparing the timelines for us, the negative pull. And I fell into the ditch, to be honest. But I understand now why I have to fall into that ditch. It's a phase of toughening and endless patience, because the last lesson, where you're going with the fear as well and doubts, is in absolute trust in the unknown, in God, in yourself. It's really difficult. I found this one very difficult. You have to release the control. And you are stepping into the world when every step you taking is guided, is divinely guided. And you have to be aware of the signs. It's impossible to explain what I went through like a past couple of days, maybe a week. The signs are everywhere. How we are guided everywhere. The question is, do you see them? You will experience a life full of synchronicities. Now, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, we did moves, and you most likely fall into a ditch. That's me. It was very clever. Usually the deception is very clever. Entities hound artists mercilessly. By the way. Hybrids, especially hybrids, hound the artists. I did not know. And explains a lot of things in my life. So, who gave you the poppies? Have a look. It was a friend, a family member. It was somebody close to you who you trusted once. And you followed pieces of the advice and you fall into the ditch. The pull is very strong because usually the deception is so clever. It's really mind fuck, It's an advanced mind control, what we're dealing with. So chips, implants, tags. Somebody is spying on you like this way. They know all your moves. People coming constantly into your life just like by you having a thought. we are in the phase when we are like totally sharpening our ability to discern, really, and the deception is clever. Be very careful to sharing some personal things. You will notice that this gonna be used against you, you know, either infiltrate your practices in that time. The practices are gonna be stripped away from you first. That's how you notice that you are hooked with some group of the people who are not good for you, really. And these guys, enemies are very clever. Because if you're chosen one, the enemy knows first before you know. Oh yeah, all those aha moments this month are absolutely fascinating, or the last month. So be careful who is the king of your mind. Intrusive thoughts, hijack dreams, totally fear-mongering through your kids. They will use the things you love the most, like chipped dog, monitoring proximities. If you have a dog and he's chipped, 11. There is something called monitoring proximities. That includes your pets, specifically pets. Spiders. So you have to get those guys out first. You will be constantly being tagged, and harvested. And how do you know that that entities are the negative entities are operating very? They use advanced mind control, so they will be gaslighting you a lot, telling you that it's not like that. A lot of mind games, and the reality will be like you'll be bombarded with situations to such an extent that you will not be able to even move. It's crazy. Dealing with entities of this kind, it's really difficult. Then the question is why, right? Because you are dangerously anointed. Because you probably carry something that is dangerous to be out, because the enemy knows once you get out, there is no way stopping you. And because I carry that in the deck of my cards, and I shared it too early, I did not recognize the magnitude of it. I have big difficulties to finish it now. Don't do the same mistakes. Do not share your projects with anyone. Specifically, if you recognize the God's hand in your work, and then you see that it's undeniable. Okay, I'll have to take this out. The battle now is gonna be about your mind and about a choice to jump into the unknown, because when you're being called, you don't know where you're going. If you have a look in the Bible, none of them knew. And the question was always where I'm gonna go. The path is gonna be made clear. You have to step into the march with this attitude that the path is gonna be made clear. and then your path is laid by gold. Because you are already chosen. You are the chosen one. You are here learning to receive. You have to learn how to receive the divine provision, and you have to understand that your value as a chosen one comes from the connection you have with God, with the source, with universe, you name it, how you want to call it. That's where your value is. You know? You do not need to ask anyone if you are valuable or not. No one has the right to judge this. You already are chosen. So your value comes from there. And with that comes a big responsibility. And your finances are gonna come only from divine provision. Only. That's why I was so frozen with everything I was doing. And you will be used as a vessel through which the money are gonna be flowing and supporting something else which has bigger. You be sort of the keeper of the divine provision. And you're not gonna beg, and you're not gonna be asking, you know. You have to be stepping into the full power. That's what we are being asked now. All the chosen ones are. So we will have to jump. No pressure. The door is open. I have to say that the pressure is really high. You're not gonna be able to stay where you are. You will have to really drop it. I mean, I just can't even breathe in here anymore. No matter what, and you will have to go alone. Now, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, I give you some empowering one. We didn't get that far to be left without support and help, you know. The divine is working through you guys. He knows what he's doing. Okay, so who gave you the poppies? Everything will now show up. All the people from the past who were not good for you, who gave you those poppies actually, where you fall asleep. What made you fall asleep? You know, usually it's addictions. Weed, for example, right? There those people forget a lot. So there you can forget. Food, alcohol, gossiping, constant neediness or showing out online. Try to go on that type of diet. I'm not on Instagram anymore, and I was not on YouTube at all 1 month, for an entire month. I'm mostly offline. So make sure you do not speak too soon. Because when you do, then you invite the entities. They know about what you're doing, and they will start sabotaging it if it's something important. I still don't know the magnitude of it, you know, for example. That's why I did a lot of mistakes in there, because I did not recognize it. Or maybe I got the poppies and I forgot it. Another thing. Schumann resonance is being crazy. I had a lot of vertigo. If you have vertigo, you are moving either clockwise or counterclockwise. So when you're moving clockwise, you are moving to the right timeline. That means that your consciousness is changing. It's a change of consciousness what we're going through. It's a big one. So we will feel it on a physical level. Energetically, it's gonna appear like vertigo. You will not be able to tolerate the toxicity, the lights, there will be a lot of no. Like for me, I was like, how I'm gonna drive now with all the new lights? I would be able to drive only during the day. 21. So that already... yeah, I think growing your sprouts is a good idea. You have to step into the march with the fact that the path is going to be made clear, and you have to go. You have to jump. There is no other way. There is no middle ground what we are playing in anymore. The other message I got is 3 to 5 years before the airplane got unstable. That's not a good one either. I should probably say some encouraging thoughts, right? Yeah, it's gonna be good for sure. What else can happen? You can die, and there is no death, so... yeah, we've been completely stripped away from a 3D, completely. You will not be able to rely on anything else but divine provision as a chosen one. You're gonna be asked to prioritize the time with the God, and do it alone and make a space for the creative downloads. That's all. I need to trust. It's like right now the season is a season of like a faith in all of it, in all the process of the ascension. It's like, it's crazy. The tests are very I don't even know how to say it. Yeah, he wants you to be free from the limitations of the past as well. That's why the ancestral healing is so important these days. You are not meant to fit in. You are not meant to obey all the systems. You not fit into it. You will never fit into it. There is no way you can fit into it. You have to create your own. No pressure. I think that was all. Get on top of your mind. We are learning about the true nature, for example, of the relationships you formed, or the dark side of the family lineages, and who gave you the poppies as well. Like this is there is a more deeper meaning right now what we are looking at. I definitely unraveled a lot past 2 years just by being in here in this environment. I mean, wow, it blew my socks off, like how much shadow there still was, like, in me, to uncover. Here I started to actually uncover all the alien abduction agenda. But it already started in the old place. It's the thing about Ireland, and the entities. It's a dense place, though. That's why they need so much rain. to clear the aura more often. It's a tough one. Clarity needs to arrive. Clarity arrives only, only God can give you clarity. God doesn't give you chaos or toxicity. So this is how you know. Be careful for people who are looking for kindness. That was my trigger last time in here. There's a lot of people who are looking for kindness and sympathy, but that's a really bad strategy in life. Empathy, yes, but sympathy, no. Also, the chosen ones move by revelations. We are having revelations. That's how we move. When you get the revelation, then you know that you can move somewhere. So ask for divine intervention. If you do, then pay attention where it's gonna show up for you. It's not gonna be what you want. It's gonna be better. I asked for strength, and I got 3 years of a massive hardship. And I can tell you, nothing can break me now. People noticed. I went through so much hardship to get that strength. I think the chosen ones all do. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the test. You have to pass that one. Yeah. So you will be asked to drop everything you know now. Let me know what you're going through. I love you. I'm sending you a big hug. To all those chosen ones who were asked to jump. And do it on your own. Maybe, we can go all get together finally. That's why we are so strategically placed on the globe. But that's why the journey is so lonely. Okay. I see you next time. Be good. Bye for now. Hydrate. The vertigo is crazy. A lot of stuff is gonna be happening in the body. Let me know what you're going through. If you need some help, then you will probably have to wait when I jump. Because I've been asked to be silent. So maybe I just don't post this. I see you next time. Bye.